what's your mission now?
Oh, my mission is to get him out of there because he's so incompetent and is so dangerous. And every day, you know, this week with the children being ripped from their parents, I mean, he's obviously a racist, and he has racist people around him, and he is cruel, and he lies, and just the trauma that he's putting on all of America every day, and he's just changing everything about what we are as a country. It is so unsafe what America represents, and you know, eventually it's going to be China and Russia on our borders. I mean, I know it seems crazy, but he's just changing everything about the fabric of our country. But it's just god awful, and so you know, I'm glad that my friend Michael Cohen is with us. I think if people would have originally seen a day of him on the set of the boardroom set of The Apprentice, and seen how incompetent he was, and without people propping him up and lying for him and covering for him, then they would have been, oh my God, no, he can't be the president. You know,
well, even his friends will say the idea that he was this titan of business, and that people voted for a businessman is such a scam. He was talent. Right. He was and no offense. I mean, you're
no, I agree. No, I agree 1,000%. I should be president. Oh my God.
But the idea that he like ran this successful business, and that people thought they were voting for successful businessmen who could transfer those skills to running the government, was a scam.
Right. Well, people in New York knew. He couldn't have been a city councilman in New York. He would have never won, or the mayor, or representative, or the governor of New York. Or the only thing he could have won from New York was the president of the United States, because people of New York knew him. So that's scary. So what Mark Burnett sold was this guy on The Apprentice, this fake guy, to Middle America and Southern. And people from Iowa, where I'm from, believe he's, oh my God, he's Donald Trump. He's this genius. Now the thing about him, he said that Barack Obama wasn't born here. He's an illegitimate president. And the problem with him doing, there's a million problems with him doing that. First of all, I was born in a small Midwestern farm town like Barack Obama, and my grandfather looked just like Barack Obama's grandfather. So when he first started doing it, I'm like, oh my God, if Barack Obama's grandfather was alive, he'd be like. And that's why I took it so personal, because my grandfather had to defend me a lot as a kid too. And also, the irony is Donald Trump is an illegitimate president. He did not win the election without help from Russia. You will see this, and he knows he's illegitimate. Every time you mention it, he freaks out, and that's karma.
That's your theory on why he's so mad about it. I want to ask you though about what happened yesterday. Let's put this picture up of you with Michael Cohen.
Yeah.
I want to ask you to get to the answer to these two questions. One, how did this meeting come to be? And two, what commitments did Michael Cohen make, if any, to helping you?
There's two things I can tell you. Michael Cohen and I have run into each other 6 times.
Michael Cohen. That sounds like more than just running into each other.
Okay. I will say that when we started
what are you saying? You plan to see each other 6 times?
I will say that I will say our first relationship involved lawyers, and involved Trump and the White House and Russia. And I will tell you that that's all I can tell you. You will see. And it was we were on opposite sides of the but we were adversaries.
Legally? I mean, were you someone that he paid hush money to?
No, there was somebody that he tried to get to hush.
I've got a picture of you with Felix Sater. Is this another link in your ties to?
Well, you know, that's interesting. We put together.
With a funny and kind friend, Felix Sater, beautiful Long Island home. We shared stories about New York real estate. Our mutual friend visiting our mutual friend on the set of The Apprentice, Russia, and videotapes. So you're being too cryptic for me. You've watched this show before. Yeah. You can't just dangle out Russia, Michael Cohen, Felix Sater, and tell me you'll tell me later. What are your interactions with Felix Sater and Michael Cohen in Russia about?
Well, I mean, ultimately, it's about getting the information. I mean, let's say some of these people are cooperating with the special. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So these are.
And let's say you follow me on Twitter, you're like, that is a crazy guy, and it's true. But when this is over, you'll go, oh my God.
So did Michael Cohen give you any verbal commitment, or did he or his wife suggest that?
Let me say, Michael Cohen is a great father, and you know, he worked for this guy Donald Trump. And anybody like myself that's worked for Donald Trump knows he's a fool and he's terrible. So he did his best. He cleaned up a lot of messes, including Karen McDougal, who I knew, and her lawyer sued us too, and all these messes. And Michael Cohen's doing his best. He's running, and then he got just in over his head. And he went to work and didn't even. His whole family missed him. And now Donald Trump's like, are you talking about, who's Michael Cohen? What? He's not my lawyer? I don't know that guy. He's a nice guy. You know, he's so full of it. And finally, he realized it, and his wife helped him realize it. He's like, oh my God, I got to take care of my family because this guy is the worst. And so he's taking care of his whole family.
But does that include flipping? Did he tell you he was going to flip?
What do you mean flipping?
Is he going to cooperate with prosecutors? He's in a lot of trouble. He could be facing jail. Did he say anything that made you think he was going to cooperate with prosecutors?
He's going to do. Here's what I know. He's going to take care of his family, his country, the rest of us Jews. Donald Trump is not. He knows that Donald Trump does not care about him. He does not care about his family, and it's over. He also doesn't want to be harassed by Donald Trump because he is the president of the United States still, and he probably has a bunch of dudes. But Michael Cohen is going to take care of his family and his country first. That's all you need to know. Think about that.
I've got two more questions for you. One, we know that what was seized from his offices included a lot of audio and recordings. Did he promise to share those with you?
To share with me? Michael Cohen, first of all, does not work for Vice. I want to make that clear. He's not getting any money. He's probably broke. I mean, but I shouldn't even say that. Michael Cohen did not make any promises with me.
But you're working on it. You're trying to get.
Oh, I love it because he has all the tapes, and in fact, some of those have my name is on those.
My last question. You started out your first answer. You talked about your ex-wife Roseanne.
Yes.
How did she end up so far on the other side of the Trump question from you?
I don't know. You know, we were divorced 24 years ago. I think that she got into, like a lot of people in this country, you know, and I spent a lot of time the last few months talking to her daughter, and you see a lot of these. It happens in my family in Iowa. You know, we were talking about Andy McCabe, the FBI agent. His mother-in-law is from Iowa, from his family, and his wife and his brother-in-law is one of my best friends. She's a Trump guy. Like, people just get sucked in there. Now, Roseanne is full on with the Nazis and with the racist, and it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know how you get in there. I think mental health and Trump and putting that stuff, you know, it's rigged. They're against us. And they also they disseminate so much information. I did a deep dive into the information that they specifically, you know, it's not just Fox News, but it's Fox News and the internet stuff. And it's like a drug. And Donald Trump is the kingpin. He is perpetuating it. That's why he has to go too. He's the kingpin of this drug that people are just keeping people sick in this country. He's got to go.
We want you to come back when your Vice special is getting ready to air.
It's a series, Nicole. It is a series. I love you because you keep it real. People are like, well, it's good politics when Donald Trump does that. And you're like, no, it's horrible for the country.
Well, we appreciate having you here.
Where's Steve Schmidt? Is he okay?
He's okay.
What happened to him?
He's resting. He's resting up for all that eloquence takes rest.
God.
Thank you so much for spending time. We're grateful to have you today.